The battle for supremacy among the automotive-powered Unlimited Lights continues. Charlie Wiggins, racing in the Northwest as the Freddy's Club, now has 4 victories on the season. Bo Scheid in the Alamo has 3, but the Alamo team has about a 300-point advantage in National High Point, so the race is very, very close. Just about to take to the water. Our Unlimited Lights final will have it for you when Speed World coverage continues. Back on Lake Washington in Seattle, the Ralph's Thunder Tour presented by Las Vegas. It's the General Motors Cup at Seafair. Next up, the Unlimited Lights.
As we get set for the finals, Dave Villwock talking to owner Bernie Little. You were telling him about the propeller. You were telling me earlier that you were changing out props and doing a lot of different alterations to the boat. What are you going to have to do to win this final now?
Just get our nose out front. You know, you got to get in the rough water conditions. You got to be up there, and so we just got to do that. That's what's going to decide it.
This is one of those rare times. Usually we talk before the finals, and you're saying that the crew's done such a great job with the boat, you don't have to make any changes. It's kind of uncharted territory for you so far this season.
They have done a great job, but we're changing stuff. We're running new stuff we haven't run before, so, you know, it's going to change us some. But we're learning. You know, we're learning more for next year than this year, but, you know, and we might suffer by it, but that's okay. We're committed to try to go faster and do more, and that's what our qualifying speed just showed.
Back to the business at hand. Randy Haas in lane 1, Freddy's Club Light, Charlie Wiggins in lane 2, Phil Bonazzini draws lane 3, Jerry Hopp okay with that knee injury in lane 4, Bo Scheid in lane 5, it's Rick Bridgman in lane 6, and the Aquatropics boat Dave Bender in lane 7.
The blue boat on the inside is the new compere, Randy Haas. His father and wife have towed this boat around the country. They've never won, but they're in a great spot here. The Alamo and Bo Scheid out a ways. They'll have to go around some boats, and a great start for Phil Bonazzini in the red boat, the Graham Trucking Pocket Mechanic.
Phil Bonazzini has been close but no cigar so far this season. He's had a couple of good runs, a couple of good heats. Right now, he's out in front.
Look at the blue boat, the compere, making a great start. And where are the yellow guys? They are back in the Rooster Tails. Both the Alamo and the Freddy's Club have a lot of water to make up here. Look at this great shot. Look at all the racing off to the left of Bo Scheid.
Talk about deck to deck. We've seen it all season long, but usually we see it from the Alamo and the Freddy's Club Light, Charlie Wiggins boat. Now it's Phil Bonazzini and Randy Haas, a red and a blue boat going at it.
Now listen to this. We received word from the judges that Phil Bonazzini jumped the gun in the red boat. The Pocket Mechanic is not leading this race, and look at this great shot as Bo Scheid is our cameraman. He's coming up beside Charlie Wiggins in the Freddy's Club, but the leader right now is Randy Haas in the blue compere. That's a fast boat, Rich, and we could have a first-time winner here in the Unlimited Lights.
That's a good look at Phil Bonazzini's boat. As you said, the Pocket Mechanic Graham Trucking basically out of this race, even though it leads the race because of jumping the start, and all we see behind him is tightly contested Unlimited Lights. It's Randy Haas in front, but Wiggins and Scheid are right behind him, breathing down his tail. Don't be fooled by that picture that you see. It's Randy Haas in the blue boat in the lead.
And too bad for Phil Bonazzini in the red Pocket Mechanic, because he just had his nose over the line. Otherwise, he would be leading, and he might be a first-time winner here. But it's going to be Randy Haas out of Toledo, Ohio, a boat that he and his dad built over the winter, the compere. They are going to win a very, very big race here in Seattle, and this will be a very popular victory, Rich, because this is a family that has really worked hard in the lights. Very, very popular among their competitors and fans. What a great win for Family Haas.
And on board with the Alamo, not a sight that Ned Allen or anyone on the Alamo crew wants to see. The boat is dead in the water. Randy Haas, driving the Wizards Casino Presents Comp Air, wins its first race of the year, the first time neither of the two yellow boats have won on the Unlimited Lights Tour.
Where you at, girl?
Where you at, girl? Randy, you got one. You beat those Canaries, as you put it, in one of the biggest races of the year.
Well, let me tell you, it was a hard job. Everybody has worked so hard this year to get this done. Yes! I want to thank Compere. I'd like to thank Compere Leroy, Wizards Casino and Restaurant here in town. And I want to thank the crew and Bud Gilbert. Uncle Bud, without Uncle Bud, we wouldn't be here. Thanks,
A little
Bud.
while ago, you didn't have a shaft.
No, we didn't. Alamo gave us one of theirs.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The big story we've been following all day has been Greg Hopp's first ride in the Miss Pico, and so far so good, man. A win against Budweiser in Heat 3. So you're going in on a real high note into the final.
Oh, yeah, it definitely helps when you actually beat them on the water. And, the Pico team they're down, let me a little bit more horsepower here. And we'll see what happens in the final. I'm excited.
You told me earlier in the day you're pinching yourself to make sure this is reality. Is it what you expected when you're on the water racing against the Bud in the Miss Pico?
I'm still pinching. I don't know. It doesn't seem real. This is the stuff, books are written about. It doesn't happen this way, but it's happening. So this is cool.
Not such great news for Mark Tate and the Freddy's Club. They give it a shot in the provisional, but fall short of the final. More to come when Speed World continues. We are into the countdown for the final heat, the General Motors Cup at Seafair from Lake Washington in Seattle.
When we last saw Mark Evans, it was his first race of the '99 Hydro season in Tri-Cities. You one-upped yourself now. You're in the finals. You weren't in the finals in Tri-Cities, so what's your strategy now that you made it?
Oh, man, get that inside lane and pedal to the metal. My guys are putting a new bullet in the boat, a little bigger engine, but we got to get that inside lane on Bud and just get a good start. It's the key thing, because Tri-Cities, man, we had a hard time that weekend, but hopefully got all the bugs out of the way, and we're ready for the final here.
We know you were changing propellers as the day was going on because of the water conditions. Now, like you said, you're putting in the new engine. Have you been saving this specifically for the finals? You think that could put you over the top?
Yes, when we were out testing, we got up a 150 average lap, and we liked that engine, so we put it away for the final, because it's hard on the engines when you're bouncing that hard through the heats, and hopefully this one will give us all the power we need for the final.
Good luck to Miss Elan Plus.
All right, thank you much. Appreciate it.
Today's Alamo Almanac is brought to you by Alamo Rent-A-Car. Ready, set, go. Come on and drive happy today.
Seafair Week in Seattle, and the Hydroplane and Raceboat Museum inducts 3 new members into the Hydroplane Hall of Fame. Beginning with the second Muncie to be inducted, this one Fran, wife of the legendary racer Bill and co-owner of his Atlas Van Lines racing team. Following his death in 1981, Fran continued to be one of the most successful owners in the history of the sport. Smilin' George Henley from Eatonville, Washington, began his career in the Burien Lady, but became a legend driving Dave Herensberger's Pride of Pay and Pack. National championships, many career victories earned this very gentle, very nice man a spot in the Hydroplane Hall of Fame. And Bill Brow, the world's fastest milkman out of Burien, Washington, driver of the legendary Miss Exide. It was he who would give Bernie Little his first victory in 1966 aboard one of the original Miss Budweisers. And speaking of history, Rich, these are the vintage boats out of the Hydroplane Hall of Fame and Museum in Seattle, putting on a great show for us here on Lake Washington.